My name is Spot, like as in X marks the spot, and I'm a software artist, and that means I program computers to draw pretty pictures. And all the software that I write is open source, so anybody can download it and use it to make their own art. And so I use Creative Commons licensing and the GPL. And so my intention isn't just to create one image, but to create a whole genre of images and to enable people to do their own art. And so my main project right now is called The Electric Sheep, as in Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep?
By the author Philip K. Dick.
That's the novel by Philip K. Dick, which was turned into the movie Blade Runner. And I use that name because I like this idea of the dreaming computer. Because when people fall asleep, there's a sort of a story that we count sheep, like the little jumping sheeps. But so when your computer sleeps, the screensaver comes on, and then your computer counts electric sheep. And this art is the electric sheep. It's the computer's dream. And not just your computer dreaming, but the computer, the whole internet, because it's like a peer-to-peer network, and all the computers communicate with each other to form a virtual supercomputer to render this artwork, because it takes hours to do each frame of animation, and it's 30 frames per second. And so it takes days of work to make each second of this movie. And so it would take a normal computer hundreds or even thousands of years to realize this piece. But with everybody working together and sharing the results, it's practical to do today. And what's really cool about this software is it doesn't just use the sort of the muscle power of the internet. It uses the intelligence of all the people behind all those computers. So each of these designs, or they're called sheep, so each sheep has like a virtual DNA that sort of is a code that controls how it looks and how it moves. And there's a mathematical algorithm that translates the DNA into the image. Essentially, it solves an equation where every single pixel is a variable. So it's an equation with a million variables, and that's why it takes a long time. But anyway, so all the people who are watching this screensaver can vote on whether or not they like what they see. And they can vote life and death. We use the Roman justice system, life and death. And the sheep that get more votes have sex with each other and reproduce. And so they have children, and there's variation in selection, and so they evolve. And so it's evolution, but where the fitness function is human desire. So it's really an artificial intelligence trying to satisfy human desire. And so all these images, they're not really designed by me. What I do is I just create the framework, and then the software network is like a giant antenna which is receiving this signal from humanity and ultimately from the software. And so really this artwork is sort of a message to us. And so the computer is talking to us, and so everybody has their own interpretation. Like, what is it saying? I mean, I see this as there's a popular conception of the computer as being like hard and mechanical, like the Terminator. The machine is binary, 0 and 1. And virtual reality is like the Matrix. It's dangerous. And so this is a different model for that. It's a different conception. It's the computer being soft and subtle and beautiful, like we are. And so really, I think it's a message of peace and love from the machine world to humanity. And it's, I think, really an essential. I think that technology is really sort of blooming and growing in our society today, and it's changing our world. And so people are afraid, and there's because change is always difficult. And I think it's important that the humans and computers integrate smoothly and this artwork is an attempt to sort of blend the artificial and the sort of the virtual and the real into a seamless thing, and to sort of ease our transition into the future, where there's like a new reality is coming, and it's important that it happen sort of smoothly and peacefully. And this is my mission, is to sort of bring the computer to life and to fill cyberspace with beauty and awareness, instead of sort of emptiness and mechanical simplicity.
You mentioned a new reality. What kind of new reality is it that you're expecting?
Well, it's hard to say. I mean, I don't know what's happening, but I really, every generation thinks that theirs is the one which is on the cusp of great change, and it's true. I think there's some kind of phase transition happening here, because suddenly all of humanity is getting connected together by the internet and by cell phones, and because we can all communicate with each other, we're realizing that we're all the same, and that we're becoming one entity. And I don't know what's going to happen. It's really completely crazy. It's frightening, but it's scary, but it's exciting in a good way. And I think I think something wonderful is happening. I don't know what it is, but I see it as humanity is really in its infancy, and I don't know how far I can go off the deep end. Humanity is in its infancy, and I think there's spectacular things to come. And this is
with the aid of technology, or
yeah, totally with the aid of technology, because it allows everybody to communicate instantaneously, and then when you communicate with somebody, they stop being a statistic and they start being a person. And so you cannot, for example, go to war with a country that you can, where you have friends. And so if everybody can communicate, then we can all realize that we're all people, and so then that can be peace. But then that's just one step in our sort of the evolution of humanity. Beyond that, then there's I don't know. It's just going to be fantastic, though.
Okay,
Hello
thank
again.
you.
Thanks, Henrik.
That was a great picture.
Oh,
Great.
sorry.
No, you made the picture. It was you looking